Welcome back, guys, to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, where so much has happened since last episode. In fact, it's been weeks in the real world, as we come very close to deadline day, essentially as you're watching episode 104. 105 is being filmed. With that said, I have got myself a wind blade from much of my travels, so I'll explain exactly what else I've done in a second. Hi, Neb. Hey! Oh! Isn't that the wind cleaver? Indeed. So cool, let me see. Go ahead, just look at this gigantic samurai sword. Might cleave you. Watch out. Wow, it's even more amazing than I ever imagined, because it was on the big Yiga clan guys who can just randomly appear everywhere. I've fought so many of them since. Thanks, here's a token of my thanks. A silver rupee. Well, we don't need cash anymore, as you can see. Don't be so modest. I got it from my grandpa, so think of it as a thank you from him. The next one. Another one. What should I... Got it. Have you ever heard of an Ancient Battle Axe Plus? Well, I've got an Ancient Battle Axe Plus Plus. Grandpa said you can't find those around here. You get a hold one, let me see it. So I guess I got to do like a middle trial, because I've got one. A Plus Plus. But that doesn't count. So I've got to get another Plus. So I can't complete things just yet. But with that said, I can't complete things anyway, because we have still much more exploring to do. Hyrule Castle has so much to do with it, and we got to explore it bit by bit. For the main reason is, I've of course been on that massive Korok hunt, and I now have 879 Koroks in my possession, all across the land, all picked up from everywhere. I've even located 2 more memories, of course. A third memory is somewhere in Hyrule Castle, but I didn't want to go do the collectibles there, because I haven't really explored it properly, if you know what I mean. There's so much to explore. We've just got the 2 we've found so far. So there's going to be a lot more here. I've got to the gate, but no more. It seems to me we've got a couple of episodes of exploring here to do. Plus, I've got to find this Ancient Battle Axe Plus to finally get that quest done. Well, with that said, let's get on over to another memory. The other thing I've done is I've, of course, been gathering a ton of equipment, a ton of materials, and I've leveled up every single base armor that you pick up, free set, all the way to the sky. So everything is now maximum, including the stuff that involves star fragments, apart from the Twilight Princess gear I got from an amiibo, of course. So we're very, very, very kitted out, and you can see my 879 now. In fact, our lovely Breath of the Wild Link tunic is maximum. And its maximum means it's above the maximum, which is even better. While everything else sits at 20 defense, it sits at 26. So as we're up on high, it's time to get around the Hyrule Field once again. In fact, this is the only shrine that I still haven't got every single treasure chest from. I really should grab that, to be fair. I'm not going for 100% statistical completion, but 900 Koroks. You know what I mean? 900 Koroks. All the base armors leveled up to full. That's what I'm really after. So we're going to get in and explore Hyrule Castle some more. From the bottom upwards. Look, it's a wind cleaver guy. They just appear all the time nowadays, but we're going to dodge you, because memories are more interesting. Well, that's going to chase me pretty well, to be honest. Luckily, I've got enough stamina to get away. And a memory to be seen. Because of course we want all of the memories before we finish up. So what will we see here? Will it be Link and all the companions? Or just Link and Zelda once more?
From here, we'll make our way to Goron City. Then, we'll need some adjustments on that divine beast so Daru can manage it as easily as possible. He's figured out how to get it to move. However, it's apparent that we still have much more to learn. But to think that divine beast was actually built by people. That means we should be able to understand how it works and how to use it to our advantage. These divine beasts, so much we don't know. But if we want to turn back Calamity Ganon, they're our best hope. tell me the truth. How proficient are you right now wielding that sword on your back? Legend says that an ancient voice resonates inside it. Can you hear it yet, hero?
I think that question is born from Zelda's insecurities still, but an ancient voice inside it. You mean Fee Fi Fo Fum? That's quite probably what it means. Lake Colomo. Memory has been got. So now we need to move onwards once again to our next memory, not far away from a stable. A little bit of a warp will get us that, and then we'll get back into the castle. Explore its internals, and take those Koroks. That is our objective before the boss. It can't be that long till we can find them all. Also, having done 879 of them now, I kind of know what I'm looking for in terms of puzzles. For example, there are some very vague ones. Good example, Kakariko. The little shield crests, if you see like lots of arrows in them, yeah, you need to shoot them. Lots of waterfall-paced kind of magnetic puzzles. That was not so fun. Stuff under the water, hidden paths you had to move things around on. Some of them were very interesting. Others were just, of course, here's a rock, pick up the rock. And your normal kind of, if it's a really tall bit, yeah, go there. And of course, I will say, and I will state, as I have stated in the Discord, there is no way I could have found the 879, or, you know, minus 150, in the time frame I had to find it, without using the Zelda Dungeon interactive map. So I've used it for that. Not for the memories, though. They just came kind of naturally from actually just traveling from point to point. See, they just appear everywhere now, but not when I actually wanted one. Because, man, have I been all over Hyrule. Nope. If I go up here, I can dodge. See, I'm clever like that. Pick myself up. Yet another memory. The forest one, which made me think it was on the plateau. What kind of a memory could they have had here? Is this on their way, traveling from Lake Colomo towards the Goron City, after all? It's no wonder I didn't encounter these during the natural form of the Let's Play. There's not many shrines in the center of Hyrule, after all.
How did it come to this? The divine beasts, the guardians, they've all turned against us. It was Calamity Ganon. It turned them all against us. And everyone, Mifa, Urbosa, Rivali and Daruk, they're all trapped inside those things. It's all my fault. Our only hope for defeating Ganon is lost, all because I couldn't harness this cursed power. Everything I've done up until now, it was all for nothing. So I really am just a failure. All my friends, the entire kingdom, my father most of all. I tried and I failed them all. I left them all to die.
From a memory of the start of the journey to a memory of its end. Am I still being chased by Yiga? I do not know. There's guardians hidden away, I'm sure. But with that, we bring ourselves one step closer to every memory here. The one we haven't got is in Hyrule Castle itself. So shall we get over it and start our massive exploration yet again? From the front or not? Because of course we can warp straight over there. Probably best to go from the front. But we can get round to the front from other ways. Let's go here. 21 Koroks, guys. Do you think I can find them? I know a rough layout because how can I not from checking that map where most of them are at the front. Or at least, actually at least half of them are concentrated very much at the front of the castle. So hopefully, from my rough knowledge, I can guess. Plus, we're going to look at any spire because to be honest, any high place will have one. Tip top of Hyrule Castle, guaranteed to have one. Well, as we step inside, I think it's time for us to, well, adventure in the proper garb, don't you? So we can have attack up, sure. A 28 defense there. The Master Sword. And a strong shield to go with it. Works for me. Right, let's get out of here and start going around the outer edges because there is still more outside that we have not explored. We've been up there into the library above it. Who knows if I'm going to miss more Koroks in there, to be honest. Well, I don't want to get electrocuted, that's for sure. No guardians is always good. Let's get around. Oh, no guardians he says, until he finds a Korok, because a rock like that is going to have one. I will escape from you. And then try to get back up. I'm going to need the climbing gear to get up there, though. Because, of course, there was that back entrance along this way. That we saw. It wasn't there, it was further along. Yeah, I think I can escape that one. Thing about the 3D map here. Oh, interesting. Is it can really throw you a little bit. In terms of what you want or need to do. Panic, sir. You've got an attacker. I was just accepting it. Until the point where it was no longer accepting it. Now do you. I've got to question if there's anything on top of here after all. Stationary shooters. Oh, it's just a treasure chest. No Koroks. But around here, to be honest, generally good rewards. So a 1 down, that still leaves 20. Now the point where we were thinking of attacking from, so we can see it from there, was somewhere around here, was it not? Or was it higher up that I saw? Do you know what, honestly, can't remember. You're not going to see me, are you? Okay, you are. If I was super in elbow of complete and utter destruction. There we go. That's a place less explored. To be honest, there's places we've been where we haven't really explored it properly. But then we were on a mission to get cooking stuff. Not like we are now. I'll take some of them, thank you. Oh, hello, bats. Well, I'm trying to hit you. Well, it seems you're invincible. Until I hit you there like that. Let's take this forward. See what we can see. Whoa, whoa, me jumping caused that to tip up? Okay, fine and all. There's a royal guard sword here, though. And 48 damage. Of course, I've been collecting a ton of stuff in the meantime. Because of the amount of Hinoxes I had to fight, but there's got to be a Korok there. I mean, why? What else reason is there for this ice? There's no other reason, in my opinion. There we go. Had to be on the biggest one, didn't it? Right. So now we're down yet another one. Take the hit. I know the Master Sword's better at this point, but still. That's a Talus. First of all, we check other places for goods. 48 damage just is not good enough as the Master Sword in this area, to be honest. Nothing in the boxes, so where does this Talus lead? Because I can climb up there. Yeah, it's definitely got to be one. What? What? Oh, it's on the back, but there's mini Taluses all around. Did I get any of the mini ones? Well, I didn't get his arm, that's for sure. Did it hit me? Oh, it did. There we go. Accidental arm blown off. So one way of doing this is, of course, bomb arrow with a multiple shot bow. Really? That did not blow up your arm? There we go. Is that close enough? Okay, I'm hitting myself, but that's half the HP-ish. Doesn't that cause a lot of explosions, does it? I think it's even knocking his arms off. He's having a bit of trouble getting it, that's for sure. Now, if I stop blowing myself up, we'd all be good. He's trying to crush me, really, isn't he? Oh no, he's getting his arms back now. I didn't blow off the other arm, however. But that's enough to get him. Once you start fighting some things, the overpowered weaponry comes to you. Now, 5 times the elbow is ridiculous. 3 times 1's good enough. But it seems I don't have to climb. Any more Koroks in here? Well, there's a treasure chest. A shard of Frosh's Fang. Well, I don't mind dragon parts, apart from the fact I've been kind of farmed and collected them all. I don't need any more. But it's time to explore the place ridiculously. Right, let's change just a normal one for this. And anyone who wants to fight me can. It's not a problem. Now my voice went weird, that's for sure. Let's get all adventurous again. Get my knees out. Oh, it's the library again. So this brings me round to the library. Supposedly there's a secret journal here somewhere, according to the Discord. Makes me wonder where it is. But to be honest, we just want to move on from here. We know that's back down. You fool. Alright, so we can't get through. Oh no, we can get through this way. Excuse me. No secret journal for me. I need to get down to the front, really, and keep exploring more from the base, because we just explored one tunnel. There must be more. It's nice to know that I'm out, but still. Gonna happen. What happens first? Your defeat or my win? I know they're the same thing. I meant that, honest. Right, Koroks could be pretty much anywhere. On a tree up high, on a slant like that. No, that is just a treasure chest by the look of it. May as well grab it. Basically, whenever you saw one of these slates, a lot of the times it was a Korok underneath it. Well, if you want dragon parts, it seems coming to Hyrule Castle rather than farming dragons is the right thing to do. There's an entrance over there, so maybe we should check that out. Equally, we came out... Where did we come out now at this point? Well, the left and the right way. Who knows where each direction leads, really? I kind of want to get around to the front, but there's got to be more stuff in the back. There's a guardian behind there. Had to finish this guy off quick with my undefeatable Master Sword. And guess what, guys? I've actually been using Rivali's Gale. The reason I hadn't been using it is literally because it's a late game power for me. It didn't seem like I really needed it. Then I started using it to get Koroks. Then it suddenly became ridiculously good. Isn't that the way, really? I'd say there's a high likelihood of a Korok up there. But we can also approach that from a bit higher than we really are now. I have to take on what I can see. Everyone should be able to hit me from here after all. I just worry about how much HP I can lose from being shot by one of them. And I'm on fairly a low amount of hearts currently. Ancient core ain't bad. But where do I want to go? Up or down? Because this is a lot more up than I really want to go. But who knows what it might lead to. Princess Zelda's room? You're swinging back, I know. I'm not stupid. Well, you missed quite a bit. But man, do you survive? Alright, Edge of Duality there. But what's this? Read Zelda's diary. It's a bit rude, but still. After meeting with the champions, I left to research the ancient technology, but nothing of note came of my research. The return of Ganon looms, a dark force taunting us from afar. I must learn all I can about the relics so we can stop him. If the fortune teller's prophecy is to be believed, there isn't much time left. But turning over these thoughts in my head puts me ill at ease. I suppose I should turn in for the night. P.S. Tomorrow my father is assigning him as my appointed knight. I set out for Goron City today to make some adjustments to Divine Beast Valrodania. I still recall feeling his eyes on me as I walked ahead. This feeling stayed with me so long I grew anxious and weary. It is the same feeling I felt before in his company, and still not a word passes his lips. I never know what he's thinking. It makes my imagination run wild, guessing what he is thinking but will not say. What does the boy chosen by the sword that seals the darkness think of me? Will I ever truly know? Then I suppose it's simple. A daughter of Hyrule's royal family yet unable to use sealing magic. He must despise me. I said something awful to him today. My research was going nowhere. I was feeling depressed and I had told him repeatedly not to accompany me. But he did anyway, as he always does. And so I yelled at him without restraint. He seemed confused by my anger. I feel terribly guilty, and that guilt only makes me more agitated than I was before. I'm unsure how to put today's events into words. Words so often evade me lately, and now more than ever. He saved me. Without a thought for his own life, he protected me from the ruthless blades of the Yiga clan. Though I've been cold to him all this time, taking my selfish and childish anger out on him at every turn. Still, he was there for me. I will never forget that. Tomorrow I shall apologise for all that has transpired between us, and then I will try talking to him, to Link, So if you're shot, bring a pen and paper. Bit by bit, I've got a link to open up to me. It turns out he's quite a glutton. He can't resist a delicious meal. When I finally got around to asking him why he's so quiet all the time, I could tell it was difficult for him to say, but he did. With so much at stake and so many eyes upon him, he feels it necessary to stay strong and to silently bear any burden. A feeling I know all too well. For him, it has caused him to stop outwardly expressing his thoughts and feelings. I always believed him to be simply a gifted person who would never face a day of hardship. How wrong I was. Everyone has struggles that go unseen by the world. I was so absorbed with my own problems, I failed to see his. I wish to talk with him more and to see what lies beneath those calm waters, to hear him speak freely and openly. And perhaps I, too, will be able to bare my soul to him and the demons, and share the demons that have plagued me all these years. Father scolded me again today. He told me I am to have nothing more to do with researching ancient technology. He insisted that I focus instead on training that will help me awaken my sealing magic. I was so frustrated and ashamed I could not even speak. I've been training since I was a child, and yet Mother passed the year before my training was to begin. In losing her, I lost not just a mother, but a teacher. Mother used to smile and tell me, "Zelda, my love, all will be well in the end. You can do anything." But she was wrong. No matter how I try or how much time passes, the sealing power that is my birthright evades me. Tomorrow I journey with Link to the Spring of Power to train. But this too will end in failure. Such is my curse. Positive attitude, come on. You can't succeed if you want to fail. I had a dream last night. In a place consumed by darkness, a lone woman gazed at me, haloed by blinding light. I sensed she was not of this world. I don't know if she was a fairy or a goddess, but she was beautiful. Her lips spoke urgently, but her voice did not reach me. Would I have heard her if my powers awoken? Or was my dream simply a manifestation of my fears? I'm sure I will know the answer soon, whether I wish to or not. I turned 17 today. That means this is the day I will finally be allowed to train at the Spring of Wisdom. When Link arrives, we will set out for Mount Lanayru. The other champions will accompany us there. I have not seen my father since he last scolded me. Things are too strained now. I will meet with him when I return. Actually, I have had a horrible feeling ever since that weird dream. No one would believe a failure of a princess, but right now, for no particular reason, I am filled with a strange and terrible certainty that something awful is about to happen. Well, it happened. And obviously, in some respects, you were supposed to be warned. Why did Goddess Hylia kind of forsake her in some senses? Well, it seems her bed was completely crushed. What was that moblin doing in here anyway? Well, there's no extra books to read. And the only way into here was from the outside. In some senses, quite an easily missable place. Well, with that, I'm going to go up higher. Because the roof's open. For travel, at the very least. Well, the redness is everywhere at the moment. I was starting to think, is that my memory plate? Oh, this is my memory. There's a ton of things hunting me. Alright, let's get that memory. Even if I've got two people trying to take aim at me. Our last memory is ours. So you must have often spent time hanging out next to Zelda in a room.
Incredible. We're at a point now where we can actually control them. At the current rate, we'll soon know all we need to know about the Guardians and the Divine Beasts. And should Ganon ever show itself again, we'll be well positioned to defend ourselves.
What are you doing out here, Zelda?
I was assessing the results of the experiment with the Guardians. These pieces of ancient technology could be quite useful against them.
I know that. They are essential to Hyrule's future, and our research demands that we keep a close eye on them. However, as the princess, you currently have a crucial unfulfilled responsibility to your kingdom. Let me ask you once more, when will you stop treating this as some sort of childish game?
I'm doing everything I can. I'll have you know that I just recently returned from the Spring of Courage, where I offered every ounce of my prayers to the goddess.
And now you are here wasting your time. You need to be dedicating every moment you have to your training. You must be single-minded in unlocking the power that will seal Calamity Ganon away.
I already am. Don't you see? There's nothing more I can do. My hope is that you'll allow me to contribute here in whatever way I can.
No more excuses, Zelda. Stop running away from your duty. As the king, I forbid you to have anything to do with these machines from this moment on, and command you to focus on your training. Do you know how the gossip mongers refer to you? They are out there at this moment, whispering amongst themselves that you are the heir to a throne of nothing but failure. It is woven into your destiny that you prove them wrong. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
You found the location of all 12 pictures. Seems like a time to return to Impa if anything, but let's get in here. Or it's a little bit safer in Princess Zelda's study. Of course, I was going to say there has to be something more here. A silent princess? More to check out apart from that. Anything above? I do not know, but I probably should read this book. Zelda's Research Journal. We'll read this to end the episode. Today I met with Impa the Sheikah tribe and began my research into the ancient technology in earnest. Impa introduced me to Pola and Robbie, other respected members of her tribe. Tomorrow I embark on an excavation with them. We hope to find ancient tech with which to operate the guidance stones. Today we uncovered some ancient technology that we believe may have the power to control the guidance stone. It's a rectangular object small enough to be held in my two hands. Sheikah text is featured prominently on it. It's made of an unknown material, but we believe it is the same as the shrines scattered across each region. Impa proposed that I hold on to it for now. I hope it leads to some new developments in our research. The stone relic we've discovered has been named. We are calling it the Sheikah Slate. We have not found any mention of a name for this object in the records we have unearthed so far. Nevertheless, Purr insisted we call it the Sheikah Slate, as the relic is a slate made by the Sheikah tribe. Feels a bit on the nose to me, but it was not a fight I thought I could win. We did it. We were finally able to restore some functionality to the Sheikah Slate. We discovered that this stone slate is capable of producing images. Perfect likenesses of the things you pointed at. Unlike normal pictures drawn by hand, this requires no artist to capture anything in perfect detail. I deeply admire the accomplishment of Sheikah technology. Still, I know there is more to learn. There must be. We believe the Sheikah Slate may have a function that will allow it to control the guidance stone. We must continue our research and quickly. We have started training the champions who will pilot the divine beasts. It may sound rude that I found this unexpected, but Mipha mastered the controls with surprising ease. Dalek struggled at first, but eventually got the hang of it. Both and Revali both managed just fine as well. I can finally see the light of hope in our fight against the rising calamity. Robbie has restored mobility to many of the gardens we've excavated, but we've still yet to find all of the guardians. Records mention a greater number of them and even other types. They are said to be stored in 5 giant columns that rest beneath Hyrule Castle. The thing is, no matter how I search beneath the castle, I can't seem to locate these columns. They must be buried deep. Were they perhaps designed to sense the appearance of Calamity Ganon to only activate upon his return? Well, they did do just that. Countless ancient structures are being discovered across Hyrule, but all attempts to enter them have failed. Records indicate that these are facilities designed to train the hero who is fated to combat the Calamity. But the crucial activation mechanism remains a mystery. Is the Sheikah Slate the key to activating them? as per his theory, and I concur, and yet my experiments so far have been fruitless. Still, we must exhaustively investigate all means of opposing the Calamity. We must not give up, no matter what. I spoke with Purah about the Shrine of Resurrection we discovered earlier. As we speculated, this particular shrine is in fact a medical facility with the power to heal. It also has a long-term stasis function that can be activated and maintained until healing is complete. In the war against the Calamity 10,000 years ago, were the injuries so great as to necessitate such a facility? If so, I will remain uneasy until we have made all adjustments necessary to restore it to full working order. I bet you they prophesize this happening in some senses too. I can only pray that even if Calamity Ganon returns, our battle will not require the Shrine of Resurrection's power. Lucky you learned about it all, to be honest. Well, with many things checked out, we continue onwards. And to be honest, we might hop back to Impa and Kakariko before maybe coming in here from the front. Again next time. Join me then. 19 Koroks to go, but all our memories found. I'll see ya. Bye-bye.